Hey folks, what a view behind me. I'm at Blackbull Markets headquarters here in Auckland, New Zealand. Speaking of views, you can get TradingView paid plans for free at Blackbull Markets, saving you up to $600 a year. Get either the Essential Plus or Premium plans absolutely free. All you need to do is trade from one lot a month at Blackbull Markets. And you can also get a 100% deposit bonus for your first deposit up to $1,000. All you need to do is click the Trading Nut link in the description below. Our sponsor Blue Guardian's the only prop firm that gives their traders a tool to protect them from hitting their max daily loss and over trading. It's super simple to use. Just set the Guardian Protector each day from your dashboard. Did you also know that they've just released an unlimited time evaluation with a 0 trading days requirement, giving you plenty of time to hit their low 8 and 4% targets, making it super fast to get funded. Plus, it's cheaper than the 40-day time limit evaluation. Check out the link and coupon in the description to get 10% off your next Blue Guardian evaluation.
Good day, folks. Good day. Welcome to the stream. Going to be getting into some trading action here. Well, that's some chart watching action at the very least. Trading not guaranteed is what I'll say there. Going to jump right into it. I had one trade yesterday that was a stop out. Second stop out for the week, and that's it. I got 2 trades. I've been pretty cautious on the with all the big news events this week so far. So all good. Gonna keep searching for good opportunities. What I have noticed is I was jumping the gun on actually both of the trades. Didn't wait for my complete setup, which is kind of I don't know, we'll say eye-opening to still, after realizing how big of a deal it is to wait for everything, that still is a thing. So really got to focus in on making sure that I follow those things. And when I get to one, I'll show you what my trade mistake was. I'm not going to hide it, that's for sure. William, good morning. Thanks for being here. So I've got this 8 charts that I look through. I just go through one at a time to kind of catch up since close of session yesterday. Look for areas that, like this one, which already has been used, but I like to point out just to see how price reacted as the different areas were touched, used, moved through, that sort of thing. So I do trade in a attempted ICT style. Still learning for sure, still growing. And so I think with that, I'm gonna get going. You guys can ask questions. You can poke fun if you want. I'm pretty open to whatever, so bring it on. So this is, you can see in the upper left corner, there is a kind of faint, but it's there. What chart I'm on here. So time frame, it's kind of hides underneath the banner up there. So starting out here, I'll be on the 15. I've done the higher time frame stuff earlier this week. So if there's anything like this, I think this white line here is the previous all-time high. It's just been kind of keep pushing a little bit more at a time. So there's not really anything else up there. So I don't need to go searching on the daily chart or whatever for other levels. So with the strength that this one has been having, I am going to be watching for a long opportunity, just in a classic pullback to gap. So nothing really to do yet here until pullback gets down to this tan box, or roughly. I usually start watching when it gets past 62% pullback. Good day, Eliana. Welcome. So that's a 5-minute chart. I'll leave it there. Well, oops, while I watch the rest. So move on. NASDAQ. Here we go. So this is where I took short in this area over here yesterday. But my problem was, let me see if I can get back to it. There we go. So on a 5-minute chart, setup's there, it's good, but part of my setup, getting back on the 1-minute chart now. Um, Part of my setup is that I wait for a 1-minute structure break for entry, which I did not do. I got in down here. So it's on an up move, which is great and all, but not the right up move. That's my problem there. So what would have happened if I'd waited is you can see there's just kind of constant motion up towards the top. So then what would have happened is this level would have broken and it would have changed the structure on the 5-minute. So zooming back out to 5-minute, you can see that takes it up to the next level, in which case I would have had to wait for another kind of reset in order to even get in the trade. So following my rules, that should not have been a trade yesterday. So that's that's what it is. I have to be more disciplined than that in terms of my entries. So Sai, good morning. Thanks for being here. Let me know if anyone's trading anything this morning, today. I always like to see that. Oops, wrong button. Just gonna get the arrows off. So I do leave notes on for myself so I can go back and look. So it might appear a little bit messy with some of these words and boxes and stuff. But if they're invaluable, not valuable, then I'll just get them out of there. So this one didn't do anything there. So this liquidity to 622. Oh, 26. There we go. Today's the 7th. There we go. So that taken out. Believe, yeah, this is new territory as well. But this one's kind of weak. Nasdaq has been a little weak compared to S&P. I mean, we'll see if there's an opportunity to really punch through to the high side. Similar to the S&P though is what I see here. So a little bit of equals down here. Oops. So I like to label everything and change the color to a preset color that I like for certain activities, certain levels, certain whatever you want to call it. Little magnet thing is making it tricky. There we go. All right. So I just point that out because those two lows are just almost equal, but the second one didn't quite take it. So it tells me there's stops there. So acting as liquidity, and actually I'm gonna notate this one too. All right. So I'm not using that. I'm kind of done fighting against these things. I'm kind of pessimistic and think that market's going to turn down, but it's still staying up here towards the top. So I need to wait for a bigger picture shift towards the downside if that's what's going to happen. I'm going to zoom out to the hour really quick just to notate this. So 15 minutes. What did I do there? Okay, 15-minute. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this. Essentially, I'm not gonna be super excited about it, but I'm gonna watch it for a long kind of like the S&P. Set an alert down here. Eliana, no, I cannot give you $50 for your account. Sorry. Let's see. So 15 is a little higher here, but I like that as well. I like when there's a fair value gap with order block level in it. So on the 15, that's the colors get wonky when they're overlapping, which drives me nuts, but just gonna leave it as it is. OB plus top. Oops. Let's see. There you go. Williams got you. Okay, so I like that. I like that one. It's got order block and fair value gap in the same within the same range. And then same thing here on the 5 minute. So it's kind of a couple opportunities. Okay, so a couple levels that are worth watching there. I'll just be watching. You can see, well, maybe you can't see. It's. I know it's pretty hard to font size and stuff, but this level down here on my fib pull is like 10% of the total length of the move. I think is what I have it set at, and that's just kind of where I put my stop. So if I were to trade this, then my stop would be down here below this at least this first pool of liquidity. So moving on, Euro USD. Here we go. This is 15-minute chart. You can see some of the higher time frame levels. I'm gonna stretch this guy out and see how it looks today, because it's right there. You can see didn't quite make it. I want to see these guys out too a little bit. So there's a yeah, not too much in those levels I was kind of watching for, but overall, I've been watching this one for the possibility for going back short. You can see a small push below previous lows, but really, I would say leaving that open as liquidity. Just barely touched it. I think there's more there, in other words. Oops, gotta turn it into tomato color. So that's what was I saying? I was saying I've been watching this one short from this move here. What I would need to see. Let me show you what I would need to see. At this point, what it would be is a more displacing move below here. I don't use a box for that. Structure shift level. So I mean, it's poked a little bit below it. This is M5 structure shift for short. So essentially, if this is the top, it's got to prove it by poking out below. So I'll set an alert down there. And that's just kind of in the bigger picture of this move that I've been watching. So short could see it coming down back down to come for liquidity down in there. I don't, let's see, 1 hour chart. There's some far left lower corner. You can see it. Oh, no, you can't see it. There's a picture in the way. But there's a little bit of price action down there that it might be drawn towards. Okay, so 5 minutes chart here. I'll just leave it there for now. No action for me until we get down below this old fair value gap, old level. So yep, there we go. No action there yet. Just watching. There is liquidity overhead as well, so could certainly see a move up. Snatch that before moving down if it does. So I'll be watching. Maybe I'll actually leave myself a note here. Keep in mind liquidity overhead. Okay, so I'll leave that one 5 minute chart. Move on to USD JPY. So let's see what's happening here since yesterday. Let's see. Zoom out a little bit. Bigger picture. 4 hour chart. So coming from the top, that move came back 50%. You can see as well, maybe you can't see, but there's an alert here from yesterday. I was watching for a return to this level over here. Fair value gap and order block on a lower time frame than this. This is 15-minute. You can't really see it. Okay, so I still see this one pulling back more from this big move here. This big picture move, news-driven rally. Maybe not news. Let's see. This is Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. This was, I guess, Friday. I think there's news for UJ on Friday, if I remember right. Oops, not sell limit. Oh, I know. No, it's not working. There we go. So, anyone got any trades going? I haven't heard anything yet, so maybe it's just a quiet trading day for folks. School if it is. Just curious. Anyways, I still see short here is what I was saying. At least for a little while until retrace is done. And so looking here, looking here, this could be setting up short here for me. There's liquidity up here. For 2x equal highs is what I'm writing here. I just notate it so that when I'm zoomed in on a 1 minute chart, I don't actually have to go back and find the title. I can hover and it shows my note on that little box that pops up. So anyways, there's liquidity there. There's a displacing move that's happening right now. And so I get to look in this range like so. Kill out a couple of these other fib levels. I don't need them all. There we go. Quantum. Hey, I saw you last week. That's cool. It's going long. William's getting watch mode for a couple different ones. GU. I'm almost at GU. I'm not there yet. I'll get there in a bit though. All right. So kind of a big range open for entry in this. No, I shouldn't say entry. I'm just going to highlight it this way with the fair value gap with order block 2, fair value gap with B minus, which is 10. So once price returns, what did I just do? Into here, then I can wait for a 1-minute structure break. And I'm just hearing my dog tearing around something downstairs, so I'll be right back. All right. Okay, so let's see. There it is. I just extend this down. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna leave UJ where it's at. Watch for if it pulls back into there. I don't have US 100 as one of my watches. Eliana's bullish GU. All right, we're UCAD right here, so I'm just gonna see what's happening. Came down to the new week opening gap. This white box here. Still liquidity over. Yeah, I think I remember that, Quantum. I remember you saying you just think your suggestion was to focus on one, only a couple or something like that. So still liquidity overhead. It's getting bogged down here. That's a 15-minute chart. Yeah, I don't have any. I was looking for a short in here yesterday if it did a nice pullback, but it did not. Just consolidated through, dropped down a little bit. So I think at this point, I would just be waiting for structure shift to the tall side. All right, GU, here we go. GU Eliana says bullish, very short term. What is very short term, bullet Eliana? This is 1 minute. Is that what you're talking about? Or like for the next couple of days? This needs to be, what does that say? Oh, full 5 minute structure shift. Just a note for myself. Get rid of that. Actually, we're into different territory. Liquidity's gone. Kind of really choppy in there. Looks pretty choppy to me. I'm gonna leave GU alone personally. Look for exit of the consolidation area here. Okay. There we go. GJ. Let's see what GJ's got today. So this is 15-minute chart. Order block on the 15-minute chart seems to be a level that was respected. Initially, this one kind of stuttered it, but didn't actually make direction. This one actually has direction. This has liquidity down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relative equal to those. So I like that for sure. This is solid. And we got a 5-minute order block minus that there. Yeah, so this one actually I like quite a bit. For sure. 5-minute setup's already done. Displaced. Let's see from the top of the move. We have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 short-term and intermediate-term lows to take out. So we have fair value gap territory in the whole area up into the 62 level or down into the 62 level. So that's shortable zone for me. But only once there's a 1-minute structure shift. But overall, I like this. I like this chart setup. Looks snazzy. Okay, Aussie dollar. 15-minute chart here. And nothing really exciting here. Chip chop. Choppy. Wait for direction. There we go. So then I can look at everything all together. Now I've got some ideas and some notes, levels, that sort of stuff. Oh, that's right. All right, what happened in here? Just hasn't really made it down to anywhere I'm interested in at this point. Let's see here. Same kind of thing. Okay. All right. So, what did Zelion say? Let's see. 27092 on GU. 15-minute structure. Moving up. So when you look at the daily market structure, it's been consolidating but moving up. And what was the level? 27092. Yeah, I'm not sure what's there. Yeah, I don't know. I think I view this chart a little differently, which is totally fine. This is what makes trading a thing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait. I see this. I see this a little bit more short, personally, but I don't think I'm gonna trade it either way because it's not really set up for my trading. UJ though, GJ, those two get me excited. It's almost there. And get into the 1 minute chart actually. Just coming in the bottom of that. Wait, let me make sure my just getting into the bottom of that fair value gap. Um, pretty much. I don't think it'll happen yet, but anywhere in this um, area, anywhere in this tan area that can create a 1 minute structure shift. So that looks to me like it's probably gonna, or ideally, invisible arrow, where'd you go? Up a little bit more. Structure shift like this, down. My favorite is getting, let's do that. This move like this. And then, dude, my mouse, I think it's running out of batteries here. Ah, there we go. Then gain the structure shift there. That's my favorite. And then in this area is where the fair value gap would be that I would enter on. That's my favorite. TJ hasn't quite moved up the same, but it's a similar setup. So oh, all right. Anything else going on, folks? Any other trade thoughts, ideas? Anything about me? If for some reason you want to know things about me. uh, I'm coming into about to start my 4th year in this, and I've been discouraged at times about not making it work, not being consistently profitable, not bringing in income from trading over the years. Not just now, but actually less now than before. I thought I should have had it figured out by now, and some people have it, and it's just taken me longer, but I love it, and I'm sticking with it. Um, this this challenge, doing the streams and stuff, has been really good. So yeah, I guess it's not too late if you're spending a year or 2 or 3 or 4. fortunately, I've heard a few people's podcast interviews and such that talk about how they've been doing it for more than 4 years, and it took them more than 4 years to get profitable. So I like hearing that kind of stuff because it's encouraging to me that it's not over just because I don't have it in 6 months or 2 years or whatever it is. Um, so don't be discouraged, I guess. If you like trading, um, then stick with it. So I'm grateful for the folks that have come before, teach stuff and put out content for us to watch and learn from. Like I said earlier, ICT is the closest thing I have to a mentor in terms of learning a specific style. Um, and I think I probably wasted a lot of time too in terms of just kind of chasing stuff, uh, and the mental aspect of feeling like I have to be able to do this in a short period of time over a short period of years, I think really messed with me because I was kind of running and gunning, trying to get in lots of trades, and that's not a real helpful thing when you're learning and um, trying to be an efficient and consistent trader. So mentioned earlier too, like I didn't even follow my own rules still. Like it still happens, and I'm working on being more consistent with the entries, making sure that they're within the realm of what I found to be more consistent. So, which I can come to Eliana's question of what do I look for specifically before I take a trade? And since this one's pretty close, I'll just keep using this as an example. So, I look for minimum of a 5-minute chart structure shift with displacement. So, displacement being not just like a little poke below an old level, but a big push like this. These last few red bars that took it down all the way through the old order block below one short-term low, two short-term lows, technically 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like it just moves. So once it's done that, within that move, I look for a return to 62 or greater. Typically, it's going to be within a level that is also a fair value gap, which you can see in the tan box. And then and then I'm going to look for the 1-minute repeat of what I was just looking for. So it's going to be, you can see it's got this little low. I can kill my arrows here just a sec. That's just to show you what I wanted to see, which could be happening right now as we speak. So right now I'm just waiting for the move that breaks out structure and leaves a gap. So right now structure for me is going to be, depending on the close of this candle, but structure shift level is right here. So I'm waiting for that. If this candle closes, then structure shift moves up to here, which it looks like it will. It's only about 10 seconds. And then ideally, like I pointed out with my arrows a minute ago, it's going to poke above before blasting below. So a little touch above there, and then poof. So let's see what's going on here. I got an alert. It's probably GJ. GJ is setting up similarly. They're similar. Nice. Look at that. I saw, well, who is that? Jason. Liquidity run right now. Yeah. Looks good. So that kind of invalidates anything I was watching on this over here. So I'm going to get rid of all that clutter. Um, Aknar, how's it going? I haven't seen you chat anything yet. Um, so within the framework of the fair value gap, it's actually not blasted above it yet. So it's more into it right now is where it's at. It's also within the order block, which is these green up close candles. And that fair value gap is within it. ICT points out often the uh, middle of a fair value gap, consequent encroachment, which you can see it just for now just poked above. So like I mentioned, I would like to see this poke above this last high, which it just did. And then fall back below. Market shift, I use a wick, whatever the low is. So it's, and I know I got a lot of lines and stuff. I can actually get rid of the fib. I don't, let's see, I need to set my stop level. Stop level will be right there. Entry somewhere down here. Let's get rid of that. So this is a good chunk. I want to see this displaced now down to below that that level, and ideally with a little bit of steam. I don't know. Juice swing like terminology. I think that's just a term for when market algorithm goes and takes liquidity and before moving back in a different direction. If you've seen the like it makes me think of the power of three concept of candle opening, dipping lower, then closing higher. So, and I'm also keeping in mind this gap here. It's not on the 5 minute, it's on the 1 minute, but there's a little fair value gap up here too. So I'm not going to close my idea off just because it comes up towards the top, or it's actually almost better if it comes in and closes out the gap. I like that. Let's see. I just noticed, Akner, you're asking about a blue area. I'm not sure if that's this lower one right here. I think that's what you're talking about. That's actually order block on the, let's see, 15-minute chart. From, oh, that's from back here. Let's move. So it's the bodies of the down close candles within the up move. So back to 1 minute. It's like, oh, Jason, you mentioned you're on the looking at EU for opening gap. Weekly, wait, weekly opening gap, or was it weekly opening gap? Yeah. Where is that? Did I miss it on this one? I usually notate that on Monday. Should be right in here. Second power, yeah. New week opening gaps. Oh, it's teeny. That's why I didn't. I just left it. Not. It's in log. Did still used it though. That's cool. I should not assume that because it's teeny that it's not usable. It's like exactly there. That's cool. Yeah, and you got liquidity right above there too. Starting to get the move down in the UJ here. So I will rewatch now. We have a 5-minute structure shift with fair value gap in there. So I can watch this on 1-minute chart now. That's a little bit further away than UJ though. UJ's getting close. Gonna also watch in here. So, oh, there. That's the one I want. That's good. I'll watch that for long. New opportunity after shifting structure. Main focus is going to be here. So this is going to be the first potential, if we get the break, potential entry area. But I can't make the entry until break structure. Let's see, Jason, you're looking at 1 hour inversion fair value gap. I'm just starting to hear about those in the video, so I'm not real sure how to use those yet. So maybe you have some insight for me, but yeah, unfortunately, but I'm not real sure what's how to look at that. If you're talking about this big old thing right here, talking about this guy. What price is now? This guy. They're in this move. It's kind of what price is now. Just look at that, just barely touches below. Dang it. Does shift. It's just barely though. Oh. There we go. I want to see that on like a 30-second or 15-second chart. It's this little wick that goes above the last candle. I'm sure there's something in there. Okay, so I'm going to set in my limit at that blue line. Stop is up there where 10% of the move size. So that blue line is where I have programmed to set in my entry. Red line is stop. It's 2 orders. First one is a pay the trader type 1-to-1, or in this case, I'll probably slide it down to be a little bit bigger. And then the second one is a 5R. Just default, and then I adjust it from there. So 5R puts us in right on top of that old high. There's still some room down below. So my thought would be to bring it down here. It's a stretch, and that I may adjust it later on as well. But so that will be my entry. Pretty close to the end of my trading time for today. And Jason, you're talking about on the, if you sit on the 1 hour chart, right? I'm gonna highlight this one because I think that's what you're talking about. All right. Yeah, I have to get back into some of the videos and see. It's a lot of tan boxes though. The GJ has a structure level that could break too. I'm not going to trade both GJ and UJ though. They're pretty similar. Oh yeah, nice straight line I made. It's good though. It's good. All right. Let's see who was taking it long. What's your name again? Where'd you go? Quantum. Was it you that was looking at a short-term long in US 100? How'd that work out? Oops. All right. Any other thoughts for me or for the watching community here before I shut down the stream for today? Choppy, 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 choppy. Still running into all-time highs here. Pretty wild. Depending on how this sets up, I may have to use the U or the GJ setup instead, but we'll see. We'll see. Bum, 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 bum. Da, 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 da. All right, folks. Well, I appreciate all the comments today. Jason, William, Aknar, Aliana, Oh, who's the other fella? Oh, William, I said. Quantum, thanks for being here. Um, I am streaming every. Oh, Scott, you just showed up too. First time watcher. Yeah, yeah. Scott, Wednesday, New York time, 9:30 a.m. 6:30 for me. I'm West Coast, United States. Um, yeah, every Wednesday is my stream time with Trading Nut. So um, I like doing it. It's helpful for me. I like to hear and see feedback and other ideas. It's almost like hanging out with other traders in a way, which as a trader you don't get to do very often. So um, it's good. I like this. I like doing this stream. I'll probably do it more. I'm trading every day at 6:30. It's just doing the one stream with Trading Nut. Um, maybe we'll see if he wants to open up a couple more days. It's I like narrating and making sure I'm not kind of crazy. Helps me actually stay a little more disciplined too. So stream's good. So Scott, maybe see you next week. Everybody else, farewell. Have a good day, good night, whatever it is. Stay disciplined. Don't trade too much. Just trade just right. Um, I think we're only doing recaps every what is it? Once a month instead of once a week. So it's it's tricky. I wonder. Let me do this since we're all sitting here watching this and wanting to see what's happening with it. Um, I will. I haven't been doing any personal updates on my own YouTube journal. But let me do this. I'm going to put out my YouTube, and if this trade enters, if I get the entry, like I'm sitting here waiting for after the stream's over, then I'll post a recap at the end of this trade if it triggers here in a bit, and let you know if it stopped out or if we got to uh, target one, target two, that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can look for an update there if you care. Otherwise, you can just check the charts and you can kind of see what happened. Um, so yeah, I haven't done an update there in a while, so I'll throw it out there in case anyone wants to see what it looks like. And with that, I think that's going to be it. Gonna go for a walk with my wife. Um, yeah,